What's up, Taiwan? I'm Rik Glauert with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan has issued flood warnings in 4 northwestern counties. That's after torrential rains in areas affected by drought. Locals in Miaoli, Hsinchu, Taichung and Jianghua counties are being warned to stay away from rivers and coasts. Roads have been closed and landslides have made many areas inaccessible. The rainfall comes during a historic drought that's affected Taiwan's main agricultural and industrial zones. Though water restrictions are still in place, authorities hope the rains will fill reservoirs. The Central Weather Bureau says that the worst of the rains should pass by Saturday. The new US-based chair of the American Institute in Taiwan has said that Taiwanese chip companies investing in the US should bring mutual benefits.
Let me emphasize this point. Our attracting Taiwan investment to the United States does not come at the expense of Taiwan, just as our supporting U.S. investment in Taiwan does not come at the expense of the United States.
Laura Rosenberger made the comments at an annual dinner hosted by the American Chamber of Commerce in Taiwan. The event was also attended by Taiwan's president, foreign minister, and economy minister. This comes amid reports that Taiwanese chip companies are pushing back against conditions of the US CHIPS Act. That's a law designed to boost domestic chip production in the US, including through investments by foreign companies. Late last month, the chair of Taiwanese chip giant TSMC said certain restrictions in the $52 billion Act were unacceptable. New Taipei City Mayor Hou Youyi is in Singapore for what he says is city diplomacy. But comments he made before leaving indicate that the trip could have another purpose.
因为新北市的努力扮演中华民国更好的关键角色，我们要让中华民国再次起飞，就从新北市做起。
Ho is one of Taiwan's most popular politicians. He has been tapped by the opposition Kuomintang, or the KMT, to run in next year's presidential election. But he has not yet said if he will join the race. If Ho decides to run, he would be up against billionaire Foxconn founder Terry Gou, who is seeking the KMT's presidential nomination for 2024. Ho says his 4-day visit to Singapore can help him learn more about how to handle international and cross-strait issues. With tensions between Taiwan and China rising, the government here is preparing for any possibility. Part of that is making sure people can stay online, even if internet equipment is damaged. Rik Glauert reports.
Making sure the country stays connected. Taiwan is making plans to ensure people can still access the internet in case of an emergency or a conflict with China. The digital ministry is preparing mobile equipment that can reach areas cut off by war or natural disaster.
当发生灾难的时候，那我们透过不管是那个热气球或者是其他的移动式基地台，那它从空中飘过来了之后，那我们其实可以来解决这样子的问题。
The government's 4-year plan also has different service providers sharing their equipment to make sure all customers are still covered.
电信业者还是需要去跟他的网络去做整合，那是由电信业者切换，而不是我们的手机直接切换到连接到他的网络上面去。
The government is investing $200 million in this project. But the digital ministry warns that even with these preparations, in a time of crisis, internet service will still suffer.
只能说尽量哦，因为不可能让每个人都像现在这么的顺畅，做一些网络的建制，所以才有一些经费来挹注。
The government's plan will be rolled out next year. Once complete, it's hoped it can help people keep getting online and staying in touch, no matter what crises hit Taiwan. Leon Lien and Rik Glauert for TaiwanPlus.
A Taipei court has awarded damages to victims of a 2015 water park fire that left 15 dead and hundreds burned. But plaintiffs say justice has still not been served. John Van Triest has this update.
This is Mr. Su. 8 years ago, his child was killed in a fire that drew national attention in Taiwan. In 2015, flames engulfed a crowd of young partygoers at a Taipei water park when a cloud of colored powder ignited. The ensuing fireball killed 15 people and injured close to 500. The event's organizer is serving a prison sentence for negligence. But Mr. Su is still seeking justice.
孩子出来，那永远不回来了。睡觉的时候辗转反侧，男女成名的时候也会。
On Wednesday, a Taipei court awarded over $13 million to a group of plaintiffs with connections to the disaster. But they'd asked for $85 million. The group representing the plaintiffs plans to appeal.
我们觉得这样一个判决的金额呢，跟我们的这一个请求的金额是有非常大的落差，所以这个部分我们是这一个部分可能是没有办法来接受。
This group of 98 people isn't the only one suing. In a separate case against the event's organizers, 337 people are demanding over $200 million. As the 8th anniversary of the disaster approaches, the legal battles it's left in its wake are far from over. Kama Xu and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
4 Labour officials in northern Miaoli County have been impeached for their involvement in a scam targeting foreign students. Last year, 16 Ugandan students said they were forced to work in Taiwanese factories with long hours and little pay. They had come to Taiwan after being offered scholarships and work experience in the tech sector. But they were unable to leave once they discovered the scam because of large student debts. The case will now go to the disciplinary court, which oversees punishment for civil servants. It's April 20th, or 420, a day that's become synonymous with cannabis use and is celebrated by enthusiasts around the world. In Taiwan, cannabis is illegal, but activists are looking to change that. Bing Wang reports.
A drum circle, a concert, and a flea market. This is Taiwan's annual Marijuana Festival, a one-day event every April in the capital, Taipei, right in front of the presidential office. But it isn't just cannabis enthusiasts in attendance. There's a large police presence here. That's because marijuana is considered illegal in Taiwan. It's considered a Category 2 narcotic, which means possession of the drug can land you up to 2 years in prison. Everyone here is aware of that, which is why they've come to the festival. No, they can't use the drug here, but they can call for its decriminalization.
所以我其实觉得大麻可以合法化，因为而且现在基本上现在很多人就是心里就是有时候会郁闷之类的，吸大麻可以让他们开心兴奋。
我也很希望说，借由大麻合法化之后，可以就是改由医疗用大麻，然后取代我现在在吃的所有药物。
It's the festival's 5th year, and organizers Wade Green intend to keep holding it in front of the presidential office to urge the government to stop the war against marijuana.
我们最终的目标呢，就是希望大麻在台湾，它可以除了毒品之外，我们可以有更多不同的想象，包括在医疗或者工业上的各种用途。
But the Justice Ministry hasn't been swayed and has reaffirmed the government's stance against the drug, saying criminalizing marijuana keeps people healthy and society safe. It's listed as a Category 2 drug, alongside opium poppy, coca, and amphetamines. Category 1 drugs include heroin, morphine, opium, and cocaine. In Asia, Thailand is the only country that has legalized marijuana, but it doesn't look like any other countries are following suit. Zoe Lee, a cannabis lawyer based in Taiwan, says to decriminalize marijuana, people must need to be educated on the drug.
A lot of people will say, okay, maybe it's kind of drug, it's so poison, you shouldn't do that. So I think that's the public opinion, that's the most obstacle why like cannabis still remain illegal.
But public opinion may already be changing in Taiwan as more people come out to this event every year. For marijuana activists here, it could just be a matter of time before the government's stance also shifts in its favor. Andy Xue and Bing Wang for TaiwanPlus.
As for international news, at least 85 people have died after a stampede in Yemen's capital city, Sana'a. Hundreds of people were involved in the crush at a school as a charity handed out aid. At least a dozen more people are in critical condition and over 300 have been injured. Yemen is in a years-long civil war between the Saudi-backed government and Houthi rebels supported by Iran. The capital is currently under the control of rebel forces. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we leave you with images of popular tourist spots in Taiwan's southern city of Kaohsiung. Gosh, makes me want to go on holiday. I'm Rik Glauert, take care and see you next time.